Hello everyone, we are currently in in Ishgard. We're ready to start advancing the storyline. We gotta speak to Alphinaud and Tataru. Much as I worry for the future of Ishgard, the fate of our missing friends concerns me even more. And Tataru. As it once was, Tataru is waiting to share good tidings with you and Alphinaud.
Alphinaud Miro, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamin, Ori Boulder, and Coltonet.
Really? Has something happened?
No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scions' good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Liminsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on?
Quite. But with wonderful news. And to think our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphinaud. Ah, Thancred and Krile. What brings the two of you here? Krile and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia.
And we may just have found the answer. Nero, when you were fleeing Ulda with Minfilia, you said the Heidelin spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Heidelin commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such an intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, lingering disturbance in ether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data.
Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Miro felled the ultimate weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Heidelin intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Krile and I will infiltrate the cache room and analyze the aether within. The two of you? Alone? I have proven a knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Krile while patrols pass. Besides, if you and Miro come along, who will see to Flamin's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrade's return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Liminson docks? Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels! Yeah. Hell dog, I actually greet everybody at the start of each recording just because it's how I do things. Best way I can describe it. Yeah. So if you hear me greet the stream more than once, it's more or less I'm just starting a new recording. But you can greet me back every time if you want. That's fine too. Lets me know you're still there. Alright, where the fuck are these guys? They're way over there. Alright, let's still put the Arcanist Guild. Okay. Here's Hori Boulder and Coultene. I think Silly was the voice of Coultene. I don't remember. That guy's got so few lines.
I don't know.
He can be the voice of him now, though. Is that? By the gods, it is you! Well met, Miro, well met. And cool today.
If it isn't Miro Apprentice, really, you didn't have to come all this way just for us.
And Flamin.
Oh, Miro, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. Thanks, 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day.
We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tataru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hamish vessel.
It pained us not to be there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we, Coulternay? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did.
We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. Shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. But Yumiji's missing. How could you let this happen? Forgive me. I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime.
For a certainty, there is much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we will not be swayed from it.
Aye, that's the spirit to the Scions and a long overdue reunion! Huzzah!
Well, there you have it. It's the Rising Stones.
Well done, sir.
It's voiced.
And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me, it is true, but not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoire, every Scions. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
So, fun fact, that thing Thancred was talking there about with the Gubu was actually from Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, the version that failed. That was if you started in Ul'dah, that was what would happen. The Gubu broke free, killed off some people, one of them being Minfilia's dad. Animage, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Where the fuck do I have to go now? Oh yes, I gotta go to Revenant's Toll. Alright, and we're gonna speak to Kultene here, silly.
Home at last. I must make my rounds and see who remains.
Ah, it's great to be back in the Toll. It even smells like adventure. And Flahammon.
It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God's helped me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting.
Sorry, somebody asked who the other voices were. Alright, so... Oh, somebody in my stream was asking who the other voices were.
Oh. Who was that?
Their name is Animage.
Hello.
You only hear two people. There's two males and Piamet. I am the voice of Hori Boulder. An
I'm the
Alphanode.
voice of me.
Hello. And there they are at last. Thank the 12. And Tataru.
Nothing like a homecoming to lift everyone's spirits. Thanks for bringing them back, Miro.
Alien. It's been a while since we spoke to her.
When our comrades betrayed us, I feared all that was lost. How wrong I was.
And Femi. I don't know who this is, but we'll talk to her too.
We must tell the children at once. They've always been so fond of Hori.
Alright, so to explain it, I'm the one playing the character moving around right now. I voice certain characters, like Hoary Boulder over here, who I just selected. There's Silly, say something silly.
Something silly.
And there you go. That's the second person. And then there's Wintrigue. Say something, Wintrigue. She.
Hi.
There. See? 3. You can't hear the third person? Or are you assuming me and Silly are the same person? Because I don't think I've ever been told.
Is there a female voice? Someone may be muted somewhere. Maybe that someone is muted in a place where they shouldn't be, but I don't know.
What?
I don't think so, because if I can
No.
hear it, the stream
that's
should be
weird.
able to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe their sounds are too low or their ears are, like, not.
No. This just because the character's a girl doesn't mean it's a girl streaming.
What?
Alright, Flamin.
Alien Ethemy, it fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady.
Miro has been my character for a long time, and it didn't feel right to not play her and create her. So, to keep with the fact that I have Miro on FF11, she is here. She was also a character I had on Warcraft. I do have male characters as well. This is the character I have.
People have a problem with Miro?
I think they're just confused as to why a male is playing a female, but
Pretty much all guys or all female characters in games are often played by guys.
All of them are. In fact.
More guys play female characters than don't, I would say.
Well,
true.
maybe.
alright, here's Ergamus.
Mm-hmm.
So you can voice Ergamus. I don't even know how to pronounce this fucker's name.
Why not? We could do a bit more with that around here. Heartfelt reunions with the stalwart companions brings a brings a bloody tear to the eye. Can't burp on command.
You can't? That's too bad.
No.
There are lots of people who play male characters and are also boys. Our friend X is also a male, and he plays a male character. But
Same.
Miro has a history with me, so she's a girl. Alright, Home. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. You can be Isildur.
Why wait, my friend? Come, there is no need to be shy.
Pray, grant me a moment longer at least. Though I am happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating. I am cool tonight.
Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I would join the search.
That sword. And Hoary Boulder. Augur! What in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordana? You can be Augur Boulder, Sildy.
Why, you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. Do not tell me. You trained with the Hanish, did you not?
Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves, and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. That's the first time anybody's ever told me that Silly and I sound alike.
How's he drink the soul of his enemy?
Yeah, that also really doesn't make sense.
I think it's okay if someone has an opinion.
It's fine. I'm just saying it's the first time I've ever heard anybody make that comparison. But, it's time for Tataru. It might be voiced though, so I will let you know. Nope, go for it.
It's been so long since I've seen them all like this.
Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Although they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake.
We'll find them, Alphanode. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papilmo, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course.
I guess I will take the steamed staff. I don't see Wintrig being passive aggressive, but I guess that counts as needless disrespecting of the mods.
Yeah. Like I said,
Wintrig
is
is just
there a
very
problem?
matter of fact about things.
No, I mean, I came in and I was talking about, like, women characters and...
Thank you for the follow, Anti-Mage. Yeah, I sorry, I didn't see Wintrig being very passive aggressive. I mean, she answered.
I was trying to carry on the conversation in the chat because I heard you guys talking about it and I was curious. So I went in the chat and then, like, he kept repeating "good for you," like, and I'm the passive aggressive one. Okay, but
Hey.
I'm still a mod.
Oh my god, yes. The word of the mother. Alphanode is eager to return to the search for Minfilia. Thancred and Krile contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castor Meridianum bore fruit. They asked if we rendezvous with them in Ishtola and Idilshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Well, let's rendezvous with Krile. Either way, I do appreciate the follow. I'm sorry that things have gone this way so far, but I'm glad I could
We'd
answer
like
your
to keep
question.
a respectful chat.
Yeah,
And there are stream rules.
You found out you have to mow today? Well, I'm only going to be streaming for another 45 minutes or so if you can stick around until then you won't miss anything stream-wise. Okay, where's Krile? There
It's
she is.
okay, Hell Dog. Just light your whole yard on fire.
Yeah,
You won't have to mow.
for a while. Here's your Stola.
Was rather less than I had hoped, though mayhap I asked too much.
How is Flamin, by the way? Enchanting as ever, I trust. I shall have to pay my respects when time allows. And Krile. This might be voiced, I'll let you know. It is not. My apologies. I see I am the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us?
Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appear to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction, a ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe Heidelin shielded me with the blessing of light.
To confirm, we paid a visit to Silde Aqueducts. There, we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance.
Heidelin, there is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Stoll used to flow, it appeared that not 2 but 3 beings had been affected. Yet, unlike Ishtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in a sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Heidelin, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Heidelin interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Estrola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Heidelin may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You are implying, I take it, that Heidelin guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her body and soul onto the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there, for a blessing that means to do so already exists. I speak of the anti-tower, a shuttling construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus.
Master Matoya was the keeper of the anti-tower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Alright, let's go pay a visit to Matoya. I unfortunately may need you guys to hop back on.
Too bad.
What?
My ninja's level 45, almost level 46.
You son of a bitch.
May or do?
I'm gonna say do because we're going to the anti-tower in a moment.
Okay.
This pace both makes me happy and makes me upset.
What?
Well, you have to fight jobs.
That's true. Ooh, I guess I should be going to the other place anyway, so... I'm
But
level 46, so I should go to...
on the
Always
downside, or on the downside, you have to fight jobs. On the upside, you get a job. Also, so you have a big yard for a trailer park. Only ever been I've been to a trailer park a bunch of times because I had friends who lived in them when I used to live with my dad. But I've only ever stayed in a trailer park once, and it was an interesting experience. There's a lot of interesting folks in the trailer park I stayed at.
I lived there.
You lived in that trailer park?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Alright, so this will probably be voiced because it's Matoya, and I'm pretty sure most of her scenes are voiced, but if not, Piamet, be ready to voice your old crone voice. And those of you who played Final Fantasy I should recognize this theme. Alright. It is not.
Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time?
Ah, though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the anti-tower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea.
And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Roll horribly. The forum foisted the title upon me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the anti-tower was sealed save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the forum's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Nymphilia. We'll see about that. Miro can go. Take the magicless rogue too if you like. He's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work, and I'll hear no argument. Those are my terms.
Oh, and I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Meow.
Thankwood, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with ether, so close to the ethereal sea, would be to risk further impairment or worse.
But Nymphilia could be in there, waiting for us.
And you could die. And for what? If she is waiting beyond, Miro will find her. Trust in her. Have faith.
Damn it all. Bring her back to us. The anti-tower now accessible. Anyway, Mage, you may not have said anything mean, which, you know, that happens, but that doesn't entirely mean that Wintrigue felt respected, or she may have felt that you were disrespecting her, in which case she has the power to do something about it.
Calling someone passive-aggressive and, like, out of nowhere and for no reason is disrespectful. So, yeah.
Oops.
Mod abuse. Okay.
I don't share that opinion, Mage.
I want to get this shinobi stuff for my ninja Final Fantasy 11, but I don't have any more inventory space in any of my wardrobes.
This sounds like somebody has a problem with women, just based on everything that's been said.
Alright. We're gonna hop into the anti-tower. This will probably be the last thing we do for today's stream, actually, is the anti-tower.
Most likely.
Don't worry, I will fight the jobs.
I'm running over my headphone cord.
Alright, so everybody except Silly looks like they're ready.
Yeah, sorry, I was logging out of Final Fantasy 11. Ah! Okay. Oh wait, I'm not ready. I need to be a healer, right?
Yes.
Mm,
Okay.
again, I don't think anybody's bullying you. In
I
all
think
of creation,
we all just have to be respectful of each other.
what greater mystery could be than the fate of this very star, to sound the deepest depths, to study the ethereal sea itself for these purposes, and the more the anti-tower, and more was the anti-tower built. Abandoned by her Charlene caretakers following the Exodus, it has since been overrun by the magical guardians they left behind. Yet, were one blessed with her gift to brave these dangers and descend the furthest reaches, to hear, feel, and think what at the heart of this world, what would they find?
There's lots of reasons someone would feel sad. That doesn't mean they're being bullied. And I have a feeling you don't really feel sad.
Actually,
You're not being respectful.
So in communication image, there's two main things, or there's three things. There's the sender, the message, and the receiver. It is up to the sender to send the correct message, because the receiver can only receive the message that they've been sent.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry,
And if
Ewan.
Like, I asked if there was a problem, and you kept repeating yourself at me, and then you called me passive-aggressive. Please explain how that is respectful, because I'd love to know.
Anyway, that aside, I'm sorry you and Wintry got off on the wrong foot, but I'd prefer it if everybody got along. That's not true. It's still up to the receiver. Like, you can't expect somebody to interpret things how you mean them if your message isn't clear. That's not fair.
I asked for clarity, and you said there was no problem, and then you continued to be the one who was passive-aggressive, and then called me passive-aggressive. So, I honestly feel like you're being trolled at this point, Miro.
If they don't understand, then you're not being clear. Annie,
Bye.
I'm sure you're a nice person, but it just sounds like you're trying to troll me now.
Yeah. No one's that stupid.
That'd be nice.
I mean, I have more faith in, like, humanity than that. And Silly, I know you think I'm, like, the worst person, but...
You're assuming things again.
You wrote, like, bullshit in
This
the
is being streamed.
Skype. Yeah, so, like,
Let's not continue that.
don't...
Let's just say there's a reason why I type things when I feel they need to be said, but I don't
They
want
don't
them to
need
be
to be said. I don't
Guys,
say
not
everything
on the
I
stream,
feel like
please.
saying or...
Stop.
Okay, he left. Whatever. Sorry. Is he like... Okay, he's still gonna heal me. That's good. He needs to not be stunning things when I need MP.
See, that's
Some
an
Dark
okay.
Knight.
That's an okay thing to ask for. I don't see any issue with
Huh?
that. I said I don't see any issue asking for that.
Yeah. I'm sure he's probably listening to your stream, so.
Sorry,
But
anyway,
I
just
don't
messaging me.
appreciate being talked about like that. Is all. But whatever. One moment. Oh, my Skype is like frozen. I don't know if it shows like that for you. Okay, it unfroze. Let me fix this. And there. Okay.
Shit, I forgot to use my form change again. Oh well. Zero Rogo, the job boss. He is a lot of references to, I believe, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Based on the lines he says when he sings. Basically, he just does some singing. He'll stun the tank. He's got a giant ring on his finger.
My binds are not working currently. Which is great. Let's see.
And then,
No.
oh, I got turned into a frog. Yes, the best thing happened today. I'm not a frog anymore.
Nope.
Shit. I was just in range of that damn bubble. Oh well. Alright, what kind of loot did we get? We got a Dravanian plate of belt of fending. Piamat got it. I rolled a 19. What is that? Oh, so those of you who don't know, this place seems to have draw a lot of inspiration from Ibsen's castle in Final Fantasy IX. Alright. So, I've been talking to Animage, and they want to say something to you, Intrigue.
Do they?
Yeah. So
What is it?
They want to apologize.
Are you sure?
That's what they told me.
I can't right
I
now.
will.
then.
I will.
Sure.
unban. There you go. You should be okay. Now, like I said, all I ask is that people play nice and get along. Windrig is here to basically protect me from viewers. That's what mods are for. Thank you very much. And I'm glad you like the stream. I want to include people more in things. Animage, do you play Final Fantasy XIV? I think you said that your friend plays. Does that mean you do as well? Also, he is definitely not Kermit the Frog, Helldog, but his lines are references. FF9 is your favorite? That's a good favorite because, like I said, this castle here that we're in is upside down based on Ibsen's castle from 9. Oh, okay, he plays WoW. So you don't play 14 then? Sorry if I was speaking too quickly there. It's a habit of mine when I talk about Final Fantasy. Usually when I talk about Final Fantasy to Winchig, she just tunes me out and then changes the subject the moment she can. Because I'll go on forever.
Damn it, I'm out of MP.
You only made it to level 20?
And like nothing's hitting me because of the fucking like threat.
Hot.
I need like holies to not happen. If it's a longer pull, like after my thing is done, that's whatever, but
Here's Ziggy based on some song, Ziggy Stardust.
yeah,
I don't remember the singer because I don't really pay attention to singers.
David Bowie.
David Bowie. I used to play WoW. Winchig used to play WoW too. She used to play a priest as her main.
Priest, monk, paladin.
It's shifted a bunch. Oh, Axe has already killed them. Okay. I'll take it. So for this boss, he throws out these orbs that you just gotta kill. And then he's going to target somebody. In this case, he's targeting Winchig, and she's going to basically run through the meteor, so he targets the meteor. And then it's going to target her again, so she's going to put it through the other meteor.
Oh. I thought it happened. Oh, I got
That's
whatever.
fine. Yeah, then the
I
meteors are
thought
going
it
to
was
explode.
like 1 the first time and 2 the second time, but I guess that's 2 and 3. Or maybe his health is just so low that he went straight for 2.
I initially stopped playing WoW because my work schedule changed and I couldn't raid anymore, so I was like, fuck it, I don't really want to play anyway. Then I changed. I stopped the second time because it just became a monotonous grind fest.
Guild implosion, hardcore burnout, so on.
Don't get me wrong, I still love WoW. I still think it's a fantastic game. It's just Final Fantasy is where my heart lies. Hey, look, we're in the upside down castle. Look at the ceiling. You can see the ground. So for these, you want to kill the Maguses first, in my opinion. Just because it's a lot... Their AoE is a lot more annoying than the frontal cone of the Vikings.
Guild implosion means it died because of people inside of it.
Basically, people in the guild were not getting along, and the fight built up to a point where the guild kind of just broke apart.
No. It wasn't even like it was building up. It was just sudden. Because we didn't get realm first on a boss, and then suddenly everybody was like, I'm done. Actually, I hate you all. And a lot of us had no idea that was how people felt. And then after that, I was kind of done with the raiding scene, but raiding was what I really cared about. So the game was entertaining, but it just didn't have the same like incentive to me.
What class do you play on WoW, Anti-Mage? You're never gonna join a guild? That's too much drama? Well, you just gotta find the right
give
guild.
a lot of good memories. Most guilds aren't going to be like that.
You're more likely to find a
Most.
raiding guild like that than you are a casual guild, but even casual guilds that have a lot of drama exist.
Yeah,
Even on Final
it
Fantasy
really
XIV.
depends on the people.
Okay, so you play one of the healing classes. I got you. I got you. Right now, my monk here is a DPS class. I play a tank on my main character, mostly because I wanted to raid and our tanks kept disappearing. So I was like, fuck it. You know what? When we were queuing for this place, I was like, oh man, we're gonna have to fight the Jebs at the end. But then I remembered when we got in here that the Jebs are only at the beginning and that the Jebs are at the end of Google Library Hard.
Oh.
I was kind of mixing the two up in my head.
Yeah, I play mainly healers, but also tanks. I don't really do DPS.
Yep, I don't really do heals, but I play tank and healer, tank and DPS. I don't really do heals, but I play mainly tank and heals.
Yeah.
I had leveled 2 of the healers to 60 in this, though one of them was as a DPS. Because you can do that as a summoner. But I did all the quests and didn't fail at them, somehow.
That's good.
Damn it. I stunned Starstorm, but ended up having to move because of their rear anyway.
Yeah.
So, do you guys you play every game like that? So, World of Warcraft the only... I assume that's not the only MMO you guys played together then. We are Calcabrina,
Dark
adorable
side.
dolls,
Oh.
terrible dolls. Yip ho ho! Tanking does take a lot of practice to get used to. If it's not something you're used to, I don't recommend jumping into it as, especially as your first job. Creepy! Oh, I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online yet. I own it, though. They scare you. They should. They're a reference to Final Fantasy IV if you've played that. It's too bad Shadow Reaver's not here right now.
Wait, is that somebody we don't like?
No, Shadow Reaver is one of my now common viewers. He's good. He was playing FF4 recently where he fought this boss. So Calcabrina has that effect where you have to look away.
Oh my god, I turned. I'm attacking silly.
He'll be alright, maybe.
Die!
I remember when I got threat. Oh, Silly's Axis got threat. Oh, you got that back. Now, for this, you want to attack from in front. I, unfortunately, was just off to the side.
Yeah, What? Does Wing Drew not like a lot of people? Why do you say that?
I don't know of too many she doesn't like.
I'm just wondering why it says
Oh, because
that.
they asked, because you said you asked if Shadow was somebody we didn't like.
Oh, no. His name is similar to someone in the past.
Yeah, no, as far as I know, I've
No,
never had an issue with Shadow Reaver.
we don't like.
So for this, I want to move away, and also the boss is an asshole for casting that right then. Calcabrina down.
Oh, I keep forgetting to reset my Wondrous Tales. Of the pet.
The game is nice enough to make them cry, too. Oh, the pet dropped? Huh.
Yeah.
I don't have either of them. Let's see if I win. Nope. Not gonna win that. Alright.
Oh, sorry, I got issue.
Helldog, why would you be looking forward to that?
Who was I thinking of? Death person? What was that rogue?
Deathweaver?
Death Weaver. Okay, yeah, when you said Shadow Reaver, I thought of Death Weaver.
Hang on, cutscene. It's voiced.
Think. Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the mother. We, who were once called Minfilia. Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Scions cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Thank the 12! Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
The word of the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Krile?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No, this is all wrong.
She's not coming back, is she? She did what she thought was best. I know that. I do. To give all her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. The greater calling could be to stand against the darkness as defenders of the light. And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss. And I get poor Rogo. Enchanted familiar though it may be, kissing it will do nothing to alter its corporeal form. Alright, Alphanode. This war of ours, Alphanode has reached a decision. I must ask you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stone, especially Flahaman. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Ariange. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Miro, after all you've done, I would say you have earned a rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emeric while you were away. 'Twould seem he is planning a ceremony of sorts and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, but preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. Alright, we won't be doing that today. We'll be doing that not next week. Next week we will be I will be going to go see Wonder Woman with my brother, so I won't be having an FF14 stream. That said, I'm not sure how I feel about Wonder Woman. I'm willing to see it because I like action superhero movies, and I liked her in Batman vs Superman. So I'm thinking the movie should be okay. I don't know much about her, but we'll see. However, generally speaking, we do this every Saturday between 2 to 5 p.m. For FF14. On Saturday nights, usually from 9 p.m. to whenever I decide to stop, we do Dragon Quest Heroes 2 multiplayer. So if you have that for PS4 and would like to join me, or you want to come and chat, we are here for that as well. And tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., Silly and I will be doing Final Fantasy XI. We are almost done Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, so if you're interested in hanging out and seeing that, you can come check that out. And then on Monday to Friday, right now, I'm working on World of Final Fantasy between 12:30 and whenever I decide to stop streaming. I have received a request to do the bonus content, so if it doesn't require an excessive amount of grinding, then come check us out. If you are not following and want to see more, go ahead and give me a follow. I got a pretty nice bouncing slime emote that you might like. And you can check us out in the future. If you want to see everything I've done previously on stream, most of it, the only thing I didn't record is Soma, actually. You can find that in my YouTube link down below, as well as my Twitter. Yes, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was reading. So everyone, have a good one. We'll see you later tonight in a few hours for Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you later.